A big part of this league is responding to setbacks, and we like to view them as temporary. We'll learn from last week. Our main focus right now is winning our 13th game. It's pretty hard to do in this league, and we want to win that game and build some momentum going into the playoffs. I've seen a lot of playoffs over the years, and there's just so many scenarios, and there's a lot of people that will write the narrative of what team will win or lose. I just know there's many ways it can work out. And a real big thing is you focus on your positives going into the playoffs. And I think all the teams that go through the playoffs and have success have really strong leadership. And that's what we have. We got a great locker room. We got guys that have made plays in big moments. That's going to be really big going down the line. So we're looking forward to this week. You know, the first goal is to win our 13th game, and then we'll move forward.
How much different is it preparing for Peterman as opposed to Fields here?
It's much different. The biggest difference is there's more data on Fields, but also, you know, what he can do with his legs and how they use them in a running game.
Were you part of the Bears team in his last start back in 2018, I think?
I don't know that. Okay.
Either way, have you not coached against him before? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have in Buffalo. Oh. Yeah. When he was at Buffalo, we coached against him. Yes. Okay. Was that his last start? And then
I think that was his last start.
Yes,
yeah,
I was.
You guys were fairly successful against him. Just
yeah.
What worked, and is there anything you can take from way back then?
Not really. You know, different scheme. We really got going fast in that game, and it separated. So there was a big margin in our favor early in that game. We got some takeaways early. Good things happened.
And when it comes to rotating some of the guys in, like Asamoah, Josh Metellus, I guess what have you been able to learn about where those guys fit in over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we're just looking for little things, how they can help us in a playoff run. And it was twofold, as I had mentioned before. It was one, to take a little bit of the reps off our veteran players, and then to also develop and so forth. So there's all kinds of little things that we're learning.
You've talked about Duke Shelley in the past few weeks, but just how impressed have you been by his consistency just week after week?
Well, he's in there battling, you know, and it's a big thing about him. He's got an oversized heart. He has respect of his teammates, and, you know, he'll battle, he'll tackle.
What did you see when you're watching the tape, just as far as the run defense in Green Bay, and maybe some of the reasons why that didn't?
Yeah, we got to shore that up. You know, first of all, you know, the one guy that helps that is Aaron Rodgers. You know, because you're defending, you know, a double-edged sword there, because his ability to hurt you in the passing game, and they got a few plays on our edges and so forth. And the one 3rd and short where they bounced the ball out, you know, it was like 30 yards. It's kind of a rare play. But, you know, we're confident in our run defense and our people, and they'll be plenty strong as we hit the playoff run.
How much have you talked about field conditions? Like, I think of how Green Bay was pretty slippery, and Chicago can have the same effect. Like, how much have you talked about field conditions, equipment players are wearing, preparing?
Exactly. We're always talking to guys, and we have guys share information and maybe played on those fields or played for those teams and so forth. But that's always something that we want our players to pack, you know, a couple sets of shoes, get out there and warm ups, put yourself through the movements that you need to. And then you also got to be aware how the field can change throughout the game. You know, sometimes there's changes that go on in the game.
And how do you balance also rotating some guys in, not wanting to win the game, preserving them for the playoffs, not wanting injury? It's kind of a fine one.
Yeah, to me, it's really easy because all we do is adjust on defense. You know, so I treat it like a guy went down or something of that sort, and you know that there's a positive lining in it. That you're, no matter what, you're building for you know, growth, and you're building depth when you play other people. So you know, I just listen to whatever the rules are for that time and adjust and see it with a positive spirit.